Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Here they come. Here they come. My citrus is here. Just got the fields ready to go. Got a whole variety of citrus. And we're going into the citrus fruit production business big time, people. And yeah, I got the fields all laid out. I'll have to show you that. And doing a lot of work up here this time of year. You know, we don't have people calling us, so we can really concentrate on my endeavors. It's a little bit muddy and cold and short days, but you know, at least I do get some time. Look at that beautiful foliage on that is a Chandler Pomelo grapefruit right there. Wow, beautiful. Lessons on how to get a tractor stuck in the mud out. Look at that. Oh my gosh. All the way down on the axle, Carson. That's like a big old anchor.
As deep as he can go.
What?
As deep as he can go.
Go deeper if it could. Anyway, that's the kind of mud we have at the ranch here. We had to pull out a tree that was dead. Now, we're hoping this little tractor, four-wheel drive, low range, we'll pull it out. We dropped the scraper all the way down, which raised the back end up, dropped some wood underneath it, and some on this side. But I've been around this block before, and I'm pessimistic. You think it's going to pull it out?
I don't know.
You going to film it while
Sure.
from over there? All right, see if we can do it. Otherwise, we got to get the big guns out here. Okay. I can feel it already. We're sitting much higher. Maybe it'll work. All right, let's pull these guys out of the way. That's how you do it, folks. The trick, not only got to pull it, you got to jack it up. You got to get traction underneath it, especially with the big tires. You got to get in low gear on both tires, and it wasn't going to move. So what I do, I got the bucket in the front and push the dirt away, and it finally broke loose. So there you go. Wait, let's get better lighting. All right. Let's ask Mr. GQ what he thought of the exercise.
Where's the parking brake?
You push all the way in, and then you click this thing up, let it out, and that's it right there. All right, that's tractor training. All right, and that's how you do it. You know, we had a lot more equipment if we needed to. We could have daisy chained. You know what a daisy chain is? Yeah, we could have gotten this one with the chain to this one, to a chain to another one, to a chain to another one, to a chain to a giant truck, and it would have been like a choo-choo train. But we were able to do it. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Won't be able to drive it on my gravel road for a while. Oh my gosh, I just put fresh gravel out and drop that all over the road. But this mud here, it looks fine on top. It rained about 5 days ago. You're fine until you break through it, and then it's just like slush underneath. It's like breaking through ice. But I guess some gopher must have killed my tree, so I had to yank it out, sadly. But there are many, many more. And that's pretty much the story of the day. And there is your Winters, California winter sunset. Now, I don't want you guys to make a mountain out of a molehill. Check it out. You want to buy your trees from the person who practices what they preach. You know how I'm always saying, hey, plant your avocado in a mound. They love drainage. Or on a hillside. Well, we have a little bit of a hillside here. But I think that, you know what? A mound would be even better In fact, a bunch of mounds. So I'm running around the ranch. This used to be pistachios. They're kind of pretty, but they weren't really productive. And I like avocados. So, yeah, so think about it this way. Think about how big a 15-gallon plant gets. And just in a 15-gallon container, it makes 5, 6, 7 avocados, 24-inch box, 3 times that size. This is like the amount of soil just in that one mound right there is probably, 8 24-inch boxes or 10. So avocado tree can get pretty big just from a mound like that, even if it didn't get down here. And I think the theory is that the roots will only grow where, they feel welcome and invited, like where there's oxygen and drainage, where there's drainage, drainage creates oxygen, creates the pores for the air to get in. Anyway, yeah, so this is my new avocado patch right here with all my beautiful palms in the backdrop. Super beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to plant all kinds of stuff in here. Can't wait. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all this scrapings from this side. It's going to be citrus and agave tequiliana. I'm going to grow tequila here. That's right, tequila. But then a whole bunch of citrus out there, and I'm smoothing the whole area off. I'm ending up with piles of little soil that I then drag over here, use as the mounds with my scraper. And then what I'm going to do, when I'm done with that, I'm going to take the box scraper. That's a box scraper. And I'm going to drag through here, get this even lower, and just drag the soil and then drop it in front of each one. Drop it. And then push it up with a little tractor, make these mounds even bigger, this whole area. And there'll be a trough in here, high spot where the trees are. And, I think it'll work. I think it'll be good because we've got trees up there doing great, but they're in high mounds. And this soil, when it gets, they say don't grow, avocados don't want to grow in clay. This is as clay as it gets. But I think they'll do fine. They'll do fine in clay. Zutano rootstock is the best for clay. And all of Northern California is pretty much clay. And also this stuff I'm scraping up, a lot of it has a little bit of organic in it, which is great. The grass that I scraped up. But more importantly, over time, I will get a big old pile of mulch. Remember, practice what you preach. That big pile of chips right there. We're going to top off all of these mounds with that stuff. And these are going to be happy trees, just like happy cows. So start making commercials. Happy trees. Happy avocados come from happy avocado trees from California, specifically my Winners Ranch. All right. I've been working so hard. Look how smooth and pretty it is. It's all ready for my new citrus orchard. There's Carson over there, dumping the dirt that I scraped up to make it smooth for mowing. All that dirt's gonna make the mounds for the avocado orchard. Citrus isn't as needy about drainage as the avocados are. So things are looking up. The sun came out. It's been I put about 32, 33 hours on this machine already. We got one more day. Should get it to the 40-hour limit for a week rental. And that's what I've been doing. What have you been doing? Right now is the time to celebrate, people. Oh my goodness. This is kind of a good beer. If you're gonna drink beer, it's kind of a good beer to drink because it makes you feel like you're drinking beer, but really, you're only drinking 50% beer and 50% mineral water because it's so diluted. There's hardly any alcohol in this beer, which means you can drink more of it and not suffer the consequences of such actions that you normally would had you been drinking real beer. Anyway, holy moly. Look at this. You want to see the amazing thing? This is the amazing thing. So check this out. See all this gravel? Anybody want to guess how much gravel that is? The whole driveway, all around the barn, the garage, all the way down, everywhere. I figured, you know what? Bet I could do it in 6 loads with a bottom dumper, which equates to about 150 tons. And guess how much it took? 6 loads with a bottom dumper, 150 tons, exactly. This is what happens when you get this much gray hair. You don't even need to like measure it. You just look at it and you know. That's how good of an estimator I am now after all these years. Check this out, even better. Look at this. The machine came to me with 1,680 hours. And you get 1680.4 hours is where it came to me. I rented it for a week. I had it for a few more days because they gave me some rain days because it was sloppy out here. So then I was like, I bet I could do all this work I want to do, which is like clear the whole entire, smooth off the whole entire citrus grove, which is over there. Smooth off the tequila farm, which is here underneath the wires. They don't want woody stuff under the wires. And make all the furrows, which I'm going to show you for the avocado trees. And do all the gravel that I just showed you. I was like, I think I could do it in 40 hours of machine time. Guess how long it took? I just finished. It took exactly 40 hours because, again, you see the gray hair? See the gray hair? That means, finally, I'm getting wiser. I'm getting off the tractor really slowly because my high school alumni game is coming up, and I'm like, I just found out that I'm going to be here. Usually it's the day after Christmas. This year it's 2 days before. And I was like, I need to get in shape. So I went out and played. Haven't played soccer in 3 years. And I went out and played with all my homies, pick up soccer with all these foreigner guys. And Saturday and Sunday. Scored 5 goals, count them. 3 the first day, 2 the second day. 3 assists the first day. And then 1 the second day. And I think it was on that last assist, I stole the ball away from a guy, beat another guy. I went down the line super fast, kicked it out a little too far, blazed toward it, got to it right on the end line, knocked it to the middle right in front of the goal, and did a face plant. So I didn't even get to see what happened to the ball. And then by the time I looked up, the dude was like, I scored! That was a killer cross! So I still got it. But I think on that play, my knee got my 53 and my almost 54-year-old knee didn't like the traction I had and the twisting action of the knee. Anyway, it's a little. I don't. If I play the alumni game this Friday, I'm gonna float as a midfielder, kind of like Messi. He doesn't run ever, you know. He just waits for the ball. So anyway, so we'll see. But that's a whole nother topic. So look, this is what you do if you have clay soils and you want an avocado orchard. You basically make these big, massive mounds. And I did this with all the dirt that I scraped from over there. And I dug out a big thing over here for a shade house. I used all the dirt in here to make these mounds. And then I even dug it low, dug it below grade here. And you can see this one's not dug as deep as that one, but that's okay. Ideally, they'd all be equal, but it's really hard without lasers and stuff like that. But anyway, it's not bad for just eyeing it. Got these massive mounds. We're going to plant... Oh, it's too wet here. Too wet to finish this. You just get stuck. It's because of my drainage is so good that all the water dumps here as designed, but it caused a big wet spot. Got to watch out for the wet spot. Yeah, the rest of it is all dialed in. This one, I dug this one pretty deep here because we didn't have a lot of dirt on this side. And so we're going to plant our avocados all along these mounds. We'll probably rake them out eventually. Smooth them off some more. And yeah, I'll keep showing you all the work that I got done. So we dug big flat spot over here. Look at this. It's gonna be a great spot. Here's my storage area. It's not garbage, it's not junk. It's highly useful landscape materials that all will find a home eventually. I can tell you where everything goes, just haven't had time to do it yet. I don't know if you know about inflation, but all building materials are ridiculously expensive now. Anyway, big, beautiful flat pad. Gonna make a nice shade house right here. So, but yeah, so the whole idea, the most intriguing thing here are those mounds for avocados. Avocados love good drainage. And you saw the swamp that was over there from the drain. Well, the whole property will get like that eventually. And then the avocados will just absolutely 100% rot. Do you know you can store all your frost tender plants for the winter underneath evergreen trees such as these ironbark eucalyptus? Do you know why they call it ironbark? Looks a lot like iron, especially with a little bit of rust. This one looks even more like iron right here. Look at that beautiful black trunk. These are great trees. You kind of take eucalyptus for granted, but they really are pretty. Build a beer. Look at the beautiful flowers. Nice, huh? The birds love them. Hear the birds? Here. Those are birds. They like the trees. All right, so let's just give you a little tour of, look, we also got a little nursery pad down there, one there, one here. I got all these railroad ties for free from a demolition job. They were happy because it costs a lot to get rid of these things because they have creosote on them. But we made these little terraces. This is a fill side here. Just filled it in with soil and made another little terrace here. And then got one more, 3 sunshine terraces, and we're gonna do one up there. We gotta fill all the dirt in, put the fabric down, put a little shade cloth on this tower. The tower itself already makes a little bit of shade. That'll be our shade growing area. And look, I've had huge success. Well, it's a little bit upset still from the 118 degree 2 days in a row that we had, but the avocados that were shaded look great. And the tree is fine. And it's just starting to like make new buds, as you can see right there. And so it'll be fine. But you can see they're on big mounds. I had all this dirt. I wanted to hide this building over here as best I could. So I created mounds up here. And so we have this really clay soil that just holds the water for long periods of time. And as long as you have good drainage, you're good to go. But we do struggle for a while with these trees. That one, believe it or not, used to look like this one. And so we waited and waited and waited, and then it finally took off. These are all Pinkertons. Look at these big, giant Pinkertons. Still haven't had a sip yet. Come on. Okay. The Pinkertons. Look how big they are. These are huge. Look at that. Look at that thing. Huh. That's a big boy. That's like twice the size of a regular Haas at a store. This one's a little smaller. But yeah, you know, what I do know here is on mounds, simple little mounds like this, the avocados will thrive. Well, that's not true. They'll get blistered for a while, like that one over there, that little guy. And then eventually they catch wind and they take off. Then they thrive. So we plant some more over here. But as you can see, these things do great. There's another big Pinkerton in there. This is from the 118 degree day. That's a little sad. It's called collateral damage. You know, if you're a military general, you have to expect some collateral damage when you're in a war. But look, this is the goal. That's the prize right there. And look, another one right up there. Okay, people. So yeah. Oh, don't worry about the collateral damage. It happens. You know, it's all about winning the war. And right now, I had a huge battle, and I'm winning the war and the battle.